It's a pleasure to welcome you this evening to the TAB Global Business Achievement Awards 2026. And it's so good to see so many of you. Since our founding in 1996 as the Asian Banker and through the evolution into TAB Global in 2020, we have had the privilege of observing, evaluating, and engaging with institutions shaping financial services across Asia Pacific, the Middle East, Africa, and increasingly around the world. Over 3 decades, one developed a certain perspective on what distinguishes enduring leadership from momentary success. And evenings such as this offer a rare opportunity to reflect on that. Tonight, we gather to define and affirm achievement. Yet, evenings such as this also invite us to reflect on how industries evolve, what progress looks like, and what leadership demands at moments of profound change. Financial services is living through one of these moments. Over the past 3 decades, our industry has gone through several defining periods. In the late 1990s, consumer banking emerged as one of the most competitive arenas in financial services, as institutions across Asia built scale, segmentation capabilities, card businesses, and modern retail franchises. The Asian financial crisis then became one of the most defining tests of institutional resilience in modern banking history. Entire banking systems were restructured, business models were rethought, leadership was tested under extraordinary pressure. The 2000s and 2010s saw the acceleration of globalization and the internet. Capital flows expanded, supply chains internationalized, cross-border banking became an increasingly strategic capability for institutions serving clients operating across multiple markets. Then came the digital transformation era with the advent of the smartphones, fintechs, APIs, and the digital economy. And this is in the wake of perhaps one of the worst global financial crises in history. Banking too began its migration from branch-led operating models into digital mobile channels, platform thinking, and ecosystem participation. Then came COVID that fundamentally impacted how we live, work, and pay in particular, with payments becoming one of the most dynamic arenas of reinvention. And now we are entering another defining chapter. This evening's awards reflect that breadth of transformation. Across the program, we recognize leadership in retail and consumer banking, transaction finance, payments, trade and supply chain finance, corporate and wholesale banking, financial markets, risk management, sustainable finance, financial technology, and artificial intelligence. Taken together, they offer a compelling perspective on how financial services is being reshaped across products, business models, institutions, and markets. This year, we have also introduced 2 new categories that reflect shifts we believe will shape the next phase of the industry. The first is the AI, the Artificial Intelligence Excellence Awards. Artificial intelligence has understandably captured the industry's imagination. Yet the more important story is the quality of leadership surrounding it. Every transformative technology eventually asks the same questions. Who has the clarity to move beyond experimentation? Who has the discipline to build enduring capability? Who has the judgment to deploy innovation responsibility? And who has the confidence to rethink established assumptions before circumstances force change? Some of the institutions recognized this evening are beginning to answer those questions in meaningful ways. We see organizations embedding AI into underwriting, treasury management, fraud monitoring, operational workflows, customer engagement, and enterprise-wide decision-making. The conversation is becoming more grounded. The focus is shifting from curiosity to execution, from isolated pilots to scalable institutional capability. This is a significant progression. The second new category that we have introduced is the Beyond Borders Awards. Across international banking, a similarly important evolution is taking place. The movement of capital, trade, and commerce across borders is becoming more interconnected, more strategically significant, and more demanding. The institutions distinguishing themselves in this environment are extending their role in powerful ways, helping businesses enter new markets, connect with supply chains and ecosystem, structure investment flows, and navigate increasingly complex operating environments. In this context, banking becomes something larger than transactional intermediation. It becomes an enabler of economic connectivity. This shift matters because some of the most relevant banking models emerging today are no longer easily defined by traditional product categories alone, and technology tells its own story. Some of the most consequential transformations underway are barely visible to the customers. They sit deep within the institutions in modernized payment infrastructure, operating architecture, cyber resilience, API-led connectivity, cloud-native environments, and institutional design. These are strategic decisions whose significance often become fully apparent only years later. This too is leadership. And then there are the disciplines that remain constant through every cycle of innovation: risk management, governance, operational resilience, institutional discipline. Periods of rapid change have a way of reminding us that innovation and discipline are deeply connected. The strongest institutions understand that one depends on the other. Perhaps that's what makes this evening meaningful. The institutions represented here come from different countries, territories, regions, operate at different scale and pursue different strategic priorities. Yet, many of you share common characteristics: seriousness of intent, willingness to invest, clarity of purpose, and above all, the ability to execute. Financial services has never lacked ambition. Leadership is ultimately measured in execution. This is what gives achievement its meaning. This is what gives recognition its credibility. And this is what we mark and celebrate this evening. So to all our winners, congratulations in advance. And to our partners, our colleagues, and our friends, thank you for joining us this evening. Please enjoy tonight. Thank you.